All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh, and double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere Shalom to Yakim bringing out this word in diligence and the truth. And now, this article is from the RT, and it reads, a U.S.-funded video game to inoculate kids against fake news. Now, we understand that, every time a new generation is born, or grouped together, Esau always says that what? Oh, well, this is going to be the smartest generation to ever have graced the earth. They always try to give props and or kudos or credit to the younger generations. But they do that because the younger generations are those that are the easiest to be manipulated. Those are the ones that came into a world where technology has been rampant. I can even speak on the generation in which I come from. I didn't get an iPhone until, I bought it myself. And that was, well after 18, man, But this generation now is growing up, in a society where they're coming out of the womb with iPads, man. They know how to navigate and work technology better than the adults, man. So Esau is targeting these generations in order to indoctrinate them. And how is he doing it this time? A new way in which this devil is found, to destroy, and through the games, man. He understands video games is a medium in which, a lot of kids' attention are geared towards. Matter of fact, I want to grab this precept right here. Because even in the video games that these generation play that may not be, completely towards the indoctrination, it's still signs of it within it. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. And it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? We're not ignorant of the things, or ignorant meaning not knowing, where we clearly understand, the agenda in which Esau is bringing forth to subdue not only the younger generation, but everyone else living right now. It says behavioral modification techniques have been used in a game funded by the State Department. It's been claimed. It says the U.S. State Department funded a video game with the anti-populist message aimed at teaching kids to recognize disinformation. So it's teaching kids to not think for themselves. It's teaching them to basically be yoked in completely with the beast. Because if all you understand is the beast in his ways, then anything outside of the way Esau has trained you or brainwashed you, is going to be recognized or seen as disinformation. So anything with truth, because we understand this man isn't about truth. He's about lie. His society is built upon lies. It's built upon robbery. It's built upon rape and murder, man. It says, according to documents published by the Foundation of Freedom Online, it's funny that they call it that, but hey, you're not free to say whatever you want in this society, especially if it's against the system. It says the game Cat Park is being rolled out globally with U.S. embassies asking to push it through schools and community organizations. In a memo sent on October 31st to all U.S. diplomatic posts worldwide, the State Department encouraged staff to promote, publicize, and organize special rollout events for Cat Park. So it's just another way to get the younger generation mind away from thinking with the morals and values in which their parents have raised them, and to think more about, think more in the mindset of being westernized, man, with philosophies that are detrimental unto your mind and to your mind, body, and spirit, man. It says a game developed by a Dutch studio and funded by the State Department's Global Engagement Center. The game demonstrates how sensational headlines, memes, and manipulated media can be used to advance conspiracy theories. They have to throw that in there, and incite real-world violence. So this is really an all-out attack on the truth. This is all it is. This is an all-out attack on the truth, which is going to affect the younger minds. Which is why, we as men, the Lord, are as the scriptures say, matter of fact, grab it. Scriptures could say it better than I can. Scriptures say that righteous blood crieth unto me, right? But in Ezekiel 9:4, it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark on the upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. This is another abomination, because Akim or Aquath with children, their children now have to face another demon within the school system, which is being indoctrinated and basically agreeing with whatever Esau says and deems as truth. It says the game demonstrates how sensational headlines, memes, and manipulated media can be used to advance conspiracy theories and incite real-world violence. It says players take the role of a social media user, leading the popular campaign against the construction of a park for cats, spinning conspiracies about the park being an elitist project for the city's upper class. So that in itself, even though Esau understands that the truth is that there are certain places here within the world, not just the U.S., which are elitist projects for, those in high ranking of society, man. Bohemian Grove, we can go on and on and on. All these different places in which Esau uses or utilizes for wickedness, these are places upon the earth that are real, man. But you have people, individuals, not even only the men of Yahweh Bashim El Shai, but even certain Edomites, man, are pointing out that, these occultic elites, and when they don't even know what occultic mean when the word uses it, but they're worshiping Satan. These people really go out into the world and have these big parties. They go and basically sacrifice into different demons, in remote locations. Well, that's a reality of the world we live in. But even them putting this into the children's head, saying, "Oh, this not real. This doesn't happen." It's part of control, man. This is all part of control. A lot of fake news that Esau deems as fake news is truth. But due to the fact that truth is seen as a revolutionary act, guess what? He deems it as hate speech. He deems it as misinformation, disinformation. He deems it as toxic masculinity. He deems it as bigotry. He deems it as being a radical. All the code words that he throws on you in order to make you seem as if you're just crazy and you're coming against a system that is perfect and righteous. When in all reality, you're coming against a system that's wicked and demonic, man. But let's go back into the precepts. This is goes another precept. This comes from the book of Psalms 7. Because this was a thought out plan from Satan, man, from the physical counterpart. Sleep. It's coming from the book of Psalms. It's like a Proverbs. This is Proverbs 4:16. It says, "For they sleep not except they have done mischief." Right? This is another wow in which Esau is passing through, so that the younger generations are ruined. It says, "For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall." It says, "For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence." So these devils have come up with another plow or another plot in order to destroy. There's Psalms. It's like it. This is coming from the book of Psalm 64. And I'll start at the top. "Hear my voice, O Yahweh, and my prayer preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who wet their tongue," right? And it means that to perfect, "who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily." This is another snare, because it's going to grip the minds of the teachers that's implementing this BS. And because they're not going to have a choice. If the state says you have to teach a certain curriculum, guess what? You can get fired for not teaching it. And they just going to put another sub or another teacher in your place. It says, "Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They lay commune It's like they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Hey, well, Yahweh, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is exposing you. So that's how you're being found out. It says they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought in every one of them and the heart is deep. Their mind is deep and is fully set on wickedness, man. And this just goes to show you how powerful the image of the beast is. Because indoctrination within Esau's school system, his educational system, is part of the image of the beast, man. This is Revelation 13. And I'll start here at 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like as a lamb. It's like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Right, first going to the two-party systems of plebeian and patricians, which is your modern day, Rome. I said Romans. What America is the rebirth of the Roman Empire. Two-party system, Democrats and Republicans. It says, and he's like a lamb, because the people see them, or the government, or these two-party systems as as innocent, for the people, to enact legislation in which the people vote on, so forth and so on, which is all just BS. It says, and he spake as a dragon, right, showing you his true colors. It's draconian law, man. It's either you're with my program or we get rid of you. And that's exactly the mind state that he wants to place in the children. Hey, if you're not for America, if you're not for the indoctrination of America, then you're presenting forth conspiracy theories. You're bringing forth fake news, Continuing, it says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, right? The Roman Empire, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly womb was healed, right? And that deadly womb is speaking about after Esau was placed down, and then the Renaissance or the rebirth happened, man. That's the deadly womb being healed. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, right? And that happened, in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That's Esau raining down those ICBMs and raining literally, as the scripture speaks of, fire and brimstone, but in a modern, improved, technologically improved way. But this is the point, 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. All right, his science has given people back portions of sight and been able to give back the portions of able to feel. But you got to go under the knife and you got to receive certain technology within your body, which goes back to the MOTB, in order to receive these so-called pseudo miracles, these pseudo miracles, right? It says, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and the image of the beast is speaking. It's speaking, man. The image of the beast is strong. Hey, it goes way past, just religion. It's the educational system. It's the food supply industry, man. It's his pharmaceutical industry. Everything in which Esau represents is part of his image of this beast, man. Which is ultimately all wickedness. Though I only named a few aspects of the image of the beast, but indoctrination within the educational system is part of that image, because he's conditioning a generation or generations of children to say, hey, or to not be able to point out wickedness and take it as truth, and to see, and when they do see something adverse unto the wickedness that they see as truth or deemed as truth, which is the real truth, when they see the real truth, they're going to deem it as hate. They're going to see it as disinformation, as misinformation, and they're going to do what? And they're going to call it out, report it, and or not even be open to hear it. Which ultimately eliminates a battle of righteous rebellion. They don't want a nation of thinkers, man. That's why this game is being implemented. A nation of thinkers holds power. But we understand, hey, the people ain't about to overturn America. It's the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and he has those men standing upon their feet, as spoken of in the book of Revelation in Ezekiel 37. And that exceeding great army, the breath is being blown back unto us. We have the sinews, and the skin, but the breath is being blown back into us. And that's where the power lies, man. The spirit of Yahweh Bashim El Shai, wisdom, a quickening us. That's the power. But you see here, the younger and younger you get into these generations, the more and more corrupt it'll be. That's why the scripture tells us, man. There will be no flesh to be saved. So we got to get the hell up out of here, man. It says the memo states that Cathcart draws on inoculation theory. By virtually exposing players to disinformation, the game builds cognitive resistance to it in the real world. Look, and here it goes right here. It says they explored techniques aimed at shutting down dissent on topics such as climate change and what you see right there, and nudging U.S. conservatives into accepting liberal viewpoints. So everything adverse unto the scriptures, because liberals, they believe you can do what you want, be how you want, how you feel, and there's no consequence for the actions. And however you feel, whatever you feel is righteous in their eyes, man. When it's the very opposite. To have more conservative view is to be more backed by the scriptures. Hey, but even the conservatives are wrong on everything as well, man. On majority of things they believe as well. So like, you know. So this just goes to show you, man, that neither side is for you. Neither liberal or conservative. Democrats, Republicans, same thing. No side is for you. And they're going to indoctrinate you until you're basically beaten in submission. That's where Esau wants you. He wants you fully believing in him and to receive of that mark, that MOTB. You know, but I just want to bring this out towards the body to show forth that here's another plot that the devil has brought out, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the body. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Arakakodash. A double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to all you Aki in bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom.